Everybody, this is Dr. Mora. I have the pleasure today of introducing you to one of my favorite patients, Nancy. Nancy, I had the fortune of meeting her in the emergency room at St. Joseph Hospital. It was
fortune. Go ahead.
Thank you. Meeting her in the emergency room at St. Joseph Hospital. I was on call, 2014, December 18. Nancy injured her leg. She sustained a highly complex open fracture. That means that the bone came out of her skin, and it happened after she fell off a ladder. So I'd like to share her story with you for a couple of reasons. One is to let people know how the body can actually heal from these complex, highly traumatizing injuries, and how it's amazing what the body can do with a little bit of help. And also as a reminder to be careful when you're on ladders. So this is Nancy.
Hello.
So tell us what happened, Nancy, before we met
Okay.
on the December 18th day.
Okay. I couldn't wait for my son to come and clean the gutters, which he would have done. I could do it because I can do anything. So I decided to go up and clean the gutters on my flat roof side of my house. Long story short, as I got up there, everything was beautiful, everything went fine, except as I was descending the ladder, I kicked the ladder over with my other foot as I was going down the ladder. I kicked it over, so I'm hanging on the edge of my roof with nothing to do other than think about how I was gonna let go because there was no one around. And I did, fell, looked down, said, oh my God, what did I do? Because my foot was literally, actually hanging. It was like I thought the only thing that might have been holding it was the skin, because I could see the bone was protruded out of the foot, and it was awful. I mean, I really didn't panic, but I thought, oh, this isn't good. So I was able to open the door, drag myself into my office, and call emergency. Took them a while to get there, but as Dr. Mora had shared with me later, if it had been an inch or so, maybe a half inch even closer to the bone, I might have bled out just waiting for it. But I remember only that I woke up and I had the apparatus on my foot, and Dr. Mora had done the first of 4 surgeries, I believe, or 3, I don't recall. Yeah. I was just fortunate that he was the person that was there that day, and I'll never, I adore this man.
Thank you so much.
He's done everything he could to make my plight during that time go well, and I was in the hospital and in recuperation for probably, with all the surgeries and everything, maybe for 2 months, I believe, whatever.
Yeah.
But Dr. Mora watched it. I felt safe with him. That was it. I really did, as did my son who visited me. Mm-hmm. And we felt confident that you were going to do what needed to be done, and he did. And every time I look down, I'm grateful. I can't even express how grateful I am to this man that I have a foot.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much and your son. I remember those discussions actually clearly, because they were sensitive discussions, about including the discussion of losing your foot.
Right. Oh,
but there's a lot of things you don't remember, or maybe probably because of the medication. Mm-hmm. Your foot was dangling by skin.
Okay, my God.
Literally. Some tendons and your artery. Luckily, in your nerve. Luckily, you didn't lacerate the artery and nerve. So basically, what happened is a spike of bone came out, and then her foot rotated, and she sliced her everything around the foot except for the artery and nerve, so she's very fortunate. So the foot literally was dangling by soft tissue, and then she did drag herself to the telephone, and it did take a long time for the emergency medical services to arrive, and you told me actually it was very painful, and you were on your own, mm-hmm. and you left like a trail of blood from what you told me, and then we ended up doing multiple surgeries for this complex fracture. It's a open fracture type 3, I believe, or 3B is what we call it, which means it was everything was cut. It was a very large laceration, 270-degree laceration, and with exposed bone, contaminated, but the nerve and the artery were still intact. which is what really saved the foot. So then we went through the procedure, including putting antibiotic beads, temporary external fixation device, multiple debridements, and then doing a final intramedullary nailing and also plating of the fibula, which were done staged. So one gets done first and then the other. And eventually she healed, and she healed actually without having a plastic surgery a graft, a muscle transfer, which I thought she would need. So here she is.
Here I am with a foot.
And she's been dancing.
Oh, I have actually.
I remember that. So can you put your foot up over here for me? Let me just show. Let's put your foot over here. So once again, laceration goes from here all the way around to here, okay? You can't see it, but it's right to the back there, to the Achilles area, and then all the way over here. Okay, look at this, see? Laceration all the way to here, boom. If you feel over here, there's actually a little firmness, because that's a bone. You know, she opted not to have a muscle flap, but that's okay. It's a little, you know, it doesn't look bad at all. Very healthy looking skin. Can you wiggle your toes for me? Beautiful. And then let's see you walk.
Okay.
Okay. And here she is walking.
Here I am walking.
You go. She walks pretty normal. I mean, today was just a check to see how she was doing.
Backward walking. Cha-cha-cha.
A little dancing. See, watch.
I went to
there you go.
Cuba and
little
I was
dancing.
dancing.
How's that look? Very good. And then the last thing is, let me just show you what her X-ray looks like. See, there it is. Locked locked plate laterally on the fibula, and an intramedullary nail down here. And this is the beautiful thing, and this is what I was saying about the body. It can heal. It can heal when we follow certain concepts, and when patients are healthy, when they don't smoke, and when they focus on their health, they pray. I pray.
I do.
I pray to help. and when things are done right, even in these in these highly complex injuries, somewhat close to devastating injury, the body can heal. So that's the number one. The body can heal even when things are really bad, so you can have hope if things like this happen to you. And number two is you got to stay off ladders, especially during Christmas time. For some reason, people are always falling off ladders around Christmas time for whatever reason, cleaning their gutters or whatever it is. But just be really careful. That's my public announcement, and I want to also say thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're the one to thank.
Thank you.